In this interview, Bragg is basically making the case here that the investigation that a lot of media organizations said appeared to be dead, he's saying it's still alive.
Yes, and it's been a long time coming. When these two senior prosecutors left the DA's office in February, in resignation letter, et cetera, claiming that the investigation was dead and they could have had an indictment of Trump, et cetera, it put Bragg in a very difficult position because they're discussing grand jury matters that are, by definition supposed to be secret, and Bragg could not defend himself and still can't really discuss anything about the investigation except combat the perception that, the former president is still under investigation.
Greg, talk to us about the evidence, right? In criminal investigations, the bar is a little bit higher, beyond a reasonable doubt. What do we know about maybe some of the evidence that needs to be underway that they haven't gotten so far? Because you said we're still looking at some of the new evidence coming our way. Well,
first of all, there's a massive amount of evidence because we've got 8 years of tax returns. You've got corporate records that go back, I'm sure, almost 2 decades. So there's a huge pile there. But you're correct. The Attorney General put out a court filing in January, 115 pages worth of basically, deceptive claims, made by the Trump organization about the value of this property when it comes to the tax man, but the value of the property changed dramatically in other places.
Yeah, and Greg, just real quickly here, I know this interview was just published here. Was there any attempt to reach out to the Trump himself or his organization about some of these allegations?
No, because the Trump organization commented only on Mark Pomerantz when he left, claiming he was some kind of a dyed-in-the-wool blue, Democrat who was after him, and made no comment at all on Bragg's office whatsoever. So there was never any indication that the investigation was over. That was just a perception that was fanned, unfortunately, by the actions of the two guys who left.